为什么男人都说找老婆不要找那么漂亮的呢？
Why do men say that they shouldn't marry a wife who is too beautiful? Is it because men don't like beautiful women? Of course not. Men love beautiful women. But the main reason for not choosing a wife who is too beautiful is as follows. First, a beautiful wife attracts many rivals. Dealing with this is exhausting. Even if your wife has a good personality and strong values, there will still be many people trying to approach her. Some men are not the kind of people a woman can easily avoid or turn down without offending them. Second, beautiful wives often have more temper and are more stubborn. If they don't show it outwardly or don't have a bad attitude, perhaps it's simply because they're still too naive. Natural beauty gives women a sense of pride. During arguments, they won't be afraid of divorce, because they believe they can easily find someone else, perhaps even someone better than you. Since they are often surrounded by successful men, this creates the illusion that marrying you was a loss on their part. With this mindset, do you think she will have a healthy attitude when communicating or interacting with you? Third, having a wife who is too beautiful can weaken a man's ambition. He may constantly want to stay close to her, worried that she might go out with another man. This means he'll have less time and focus for his career. If you don't believe this, look at successful men. Very few of them had an extremely beautiful first wife. Those who have beautiful wives usually married them after they had already become successful. At that point, they no longer had to worry too much and could afford to spend time enjoying a romantic and sweet life with their wives. For men who are still single and whose careers have not yet taken off, there is no need to marry someone too beautiful.
为什么不要找太漂亮的女人呢？因为生若不担财。
Why do many people advise men not to pursue extremely beautiful women impulsively? The real reason is very simple. In the end, if a man lacks strong financial power, having a beautiful woman in his life can create significant pressure. This is not about looking down on women, but rather a realistic perspective on the challenges that may come. With being in a relationship with a very attractive woman, first of all, being with a beautiful woman comes with high costs. Beauty is not just an external trait. It requires expensive maintenance such as clothes, handbags, cosmetics, and a certain lifestyle. All of this requires money. I know a college classmate whose monthly income was around 8,000 yuan, approximately $1,100. His girlfriend was extremely beautiful, and he spent nearly 6,000 yuan, 830, a month on her. However, due to unforeseen circumstances, he lost his job and his income dropped drastically. His girlfriend quickly broke up with him. In the end, he not only lost the relationship, but also lost a large amount of money. It was truly a case of losing both love and finances. Therefore, a man needs to ask himself an important question. Do you have enough financial strength and sustainable earning capacity? After all, very few women are willing to endure long-term hardship, especially those who are exceptionally attractive. If you don't have money, you will have to spend a lot of time and energy to please and accompany her. Time and energy that could have been invested in your career instead. As a result, your career may stagnate due to distraction, and your life may fall into a vicious cycle. Second, beautiful women often come with more complications, whether it's historical stories of kings or celebrity scandals. 80% of disputes and drama involve women. Moreover, in major historical wars, more than 1/3 were caused or fueled by women. Beauty in itself is a form of resource, but it can also bring unnecessary trouble. Even if you marry her, she may still attract a continuous stream of admirers. The constant attention and disturbances from these pursuers can make you feel insecure. If you are not mentally strong, you may start to doubt your wife, question her loyalty. Over time, this lack of trust becomes inevitable, leading to conflict in the family, and possibly ending in a breakup. Third, beautiful women are often used to receiving praise and admiration from a young age. This gives them a strong sense of pride, having been treated like princesses since childhood. Beautiful women tend to have high expectations. Even if you are wealthy, you may still struggle to truly win their heart. If you lack enough personal charisma and only rely on wealth, it will be very difficult to gain their sincere affection. So what is personal charisma? It is a combination of qualities: confidence, a strong presence, a relaxed attitude that is not afraid of losing her, and a sense of responsibility. You need to make her both respect and admire you to secure a meaningful place in her heart. If not, even if you are financially stable, a lack of personal charisma can still lead to failure in the relationship. So what should you consider when choosing a life partner? An ancient saying sums it up well: marry a virtuous woman, not a beautiful one. What does that mean? You will notice that most successful people have first wives who may look ordinary but are highly virtuous. Such wives often provide tremendous support, both in career and in family life, offering irreplaceable encouragement and help, both emotionally and practically. Therefore, instead of chasing a wife who only possesses outer beauty, it is wiser to choose a virtuous partner, someone who can walk with you through the deep valleys of life.
最近我发现一个问题啊，就是
One by one, you all told me the same thing. When looking for a wife, you want someone who is obedient, beautiful, and has an attractive figure. Recently, I've noticed something quite interesting. In reality, it's often the most beautiful women who struggle the most to find a life partner. So what are you really thinking? I asked a single man about this, and here's roughly what he said. First, a fine horse deserves a fine saddle. Beautiful women tend to have higher expenses, and the average man can't carry that burden for long. Second, beautiful women attract a lot of admirers. If your wife is too attractive, you'll constantly feel anxious, unable to focus on your career. In the end, you might fail in your career and lose your wife. Third, most beautiful women tend to have worse tempers. If you argue, an average woman might apologize and make peace. But a beautiful woman, proud and arrogant, might think, I can leave you and still find someone better. Statistically, beautiful women have much higher divorce rates. No one wants their family life to constantly spiral into chaos. Do you feel the same way? If you're not capable enough, you really shouldn't pursue a woman who's too beautiful. If a man has neither money nor outstanding looks, he simply won't be able to keep her.
有实力真的不要去追漂亮女孩，男生没钱长得不够帅，你
Brothers, if your personal condition is only average, don't recklessly pursue girls who are extremely attractive. The reason is very simple. Beauty is not just a minor advantage. Its power and charm can last for a long time, and it's extremely strong. The temptation and conflict it brings can persist for years, even decades. A man who is neither rich nor good-looking will find it hard to keep a beautiful partner over time. I remember one of my childhood friends saw a beautiful girl online and became very interested in her. He eventually got her contact information. This friend of mine is a fairly wealthy businessman. When they met for the first time, he gave her an iPhone 14 and even transferred 1,000 yuan, approximately $140, to her generously. However, just a few days later, the girl returned all the money and gifts, saying she already had a boyfriend. She explained that adding him on WeChat was purely out of curiosity. She just wanted to know who this generous man was. But the story didn't end there. Later, my friend and the girl became closer, although she constantly insisted that she would never betray her boyfriend. Her conversations revealed many things. For example, she complained about her boyfriend not making money, having bad habits, or poor hygiene. Think about it carefully. Whether or not she accepted the gifts, the moment they were offered, her emotions inevitably became a bit imbalanced. What really troubled her wasn't the material things, but the uncertainty about her future. Online, you often see posts like, Friend A is traveling abroad, Friend B received a luxury handbag, Friend C is showing off a luxury car, villa, or extravagant wedding. This kind of comparison creates tremendous psychological pressure for girls. In daily life, they may not compare clothes, but they do compare boyfriends, marriages, or living conditions. Let me tell you another story about my friend and another girl. This girl was above average in education, appearance, and ability, but her boyfriend only earned a few thousand yuan a month and came home exhausted to their rented apartment. At the time, she and her boyfriend were planning to buy a house and get married, and they needed to put down 400,000 yuan, approx $55,000. Her boyfriend suggested she contribute half, 200,000 yuan, to have her name on the deed. However, she didn't have enough money, so she turned to my friend for advice. The two of them agreed that my friend would give her 50,000 yuan, approximately $7,000 per month. In return, she would respond to him in a certain way. I won't go into the details. Very quickly, my friend transferred the full 200,000 yuan. He even comforted her, saying, "Don't feel pressured. Just think of it as borrowing money from me." However, the next day, the girl returned the entire amount. She said she had stayed up all night thinking it through. In the end, she decided that, even if her name wasn't on the deed, she would not betray her relationship for money. She also admitted that even as a loan, she would not be able to repay it. After returning the money, she blocked all contact with my friend. It's hard to imagine the kinds of temptations that beautiful girls from humble backgrounds face in life, especially when they are attractive and know how to dress well. This draws even more attention. My friend wasn't a bad guy. He runs a small internet company, is 1.8 meters tall, and fairly handsome. Few women could resist his charm. In this age of constant comparison, the girl's ability to stick to her principles probably came from a good upbringing, strong values, and a positive environment, all of which helped her maintain her integrity in such a complex world. So I sincerely advise you, if your condition is not truly strong, don't recklessly pursue beautiful women. Even in marriage, keeping her heart will still be a challenge. And to all the girls out there, no matter the situation, always hold on to your principles. Don't lose your dignity and values for a moment of temptation, especially when it involves large sums of money like 200,000 yuan, approximately $27,000. Think carefully. What can that really give you in the long run? Many men have this belief. Pursuing beautiful women seems like an instinct. But when it comes to choosing a wife, many end up skipping this choice altogether. Why? We believe there are 3 solid reasons all men should consider. First, having a beautiful wife means more competition in love. Beautiful women are often surrounded by outstanding men. Their charm naturally attracts attention. This means the husband must constantly stay alert and deal with other male competitors. This situation creates huge emotional pressure. Day by day, facing such potential rivals can wear you out mentally and emotionally. That's why marrying a beautiful woman often comes with heavier emotional burdens. Second, beautiful wives often have strong personalities and like to take control. Since childhood, they usually have smoother lives and receive more love and attention. This can result in a more stubborn personality. In family life, such traits may lead to conflict. They can get angry easily over small issues. As a husband, you need to invest more patience and communication to resolve these matters. Building harmony with a strong-willed woman requires greater effort and deeper understanding. Third, having a beautiful wife may impact a man's career ambition. There's an old saying, "Spring nights make the days short, and even kings abandon their duties." This means that beautiful women can easily cause men to get lost in their presence and lose focus on their goals. Even kings might skip court for them. For the average man, marrying a woman who is too beautiful might lead you to spend too much time and energy on her, eventually hindering your career path. Although a beautiful wife can bring social status, she can also have the opposite effect, draining your drive for professional success. For young men who are unmarried and still building their careers, this is even more crucial. Yes, physical attraction matters, but what matters more is whether your wife can grow with you in your career, understand and support you, and maintain communication and mutual understanding. Therefore, when choosing a life partner, don't make beauty the only criterion. Do you agree with my viewpoint? Leave your comment below. We'd love to hear what you think. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support means a lot to us, and we'll continue to bring you even better content. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.